The Cowboys were very busy over the last few days. They drafted former Boise State linebacker Leighton Vander Esch with their first-round pick on Thursday. Then they traded wide receiver Ryan Switzer to the Raiders and added wide receiver Wavon Austin in a trade with the Rams. And they could lose Jason Witten, too. He will reportedly retire this week, but Jason Garrett is still trying to persuade Witten to play next season. Skip, what grade would you give the Cowboys moves?
You know, I wrote down a C, but just on the fly here, I'm going to change it to a C minus because the more I think about it, the worse it gets. It just left me flat. The whole weekend left me flat. I'm not saying it was terrible, but it wasn't remotely what it could have been. And I watched Jerry Jones, the plunger, just sit on his hands all weekend and even let the Philadelphia Eagles dictate to him in the second round. So just quickly, let's go back to Leighton Vander Esch. A kid they fell in love with a month or so ago in the building. Everybody fell in love with him, and they took him even though he played 1 year at Boise State as a starter, and he had a bad neck injury. Is he the next Brian Urlacher? I hope so. But in the one game I watched him, I didn't see anything like the Brian Urlacher I saw in college in physicality, point of attack, seek and destroy. I didn't see any of that, so God bless them. I hope they're right because DJ Moore was sitting right there. DJ Moore is electrifying. He's a game breaker. He would have become the next Dez Bryant. He doesn't look like Dez or play like Dez, but he would have Dez impact as one of the newest members, like the new triplet to Dak.
Big body running after catch.
And he can run powerfully after the catch. And Cam Newton got him 5 picks later. And watch what happens with Cam Newton next year. And if you're going to take a linebacker, I just like Rashaan Evans better from your St. Nick's defense. And he goes 3 picks later because Tennessee traded up and said, we got to snatch him before Belichick takes him at 23. He's just he's an outside linebacker and they want an inside backer, but whatever. He's just a better football player, I think, than Leighton Vander Esch is right now. So then we get to the second round and Howie Roseman strikes again. This guy's the best team builder in all of football. And by the way, he didn't even play high school football. How do you figure that? And he trades up 1 pick ahead of Dallas, and he takes potentially the next Jason Witten, or should I say the next Zach Ertz, because Dallas Goedert out of South Dakota State could be that guy.
Yeah.
He went right up and snatched him right out of the Cowboys' clutches. So they're stuck with Connor Williams. So they take an offensive lineman. And I liked him 2 years ago because he might have been one of the most dominating players in college football. And last year, Mr. Sharp, he was pretty not there to be seen. I don't know. He just had a bad year, an off year, a non-year. And they took him with their second-round pick, and they left James Washington on the board. You know James Washington from Oklahoma State?
Yep.
I watched him a lot. Mason Rudolph to James Washington. We may get to see that one day with your Pittsburgh Steelers.
Got downfield in a hurry.
Hey.
A lot of deep passes.
He doesn't test great, but he just gets behind everybody consistently. Well, I would have taken him instead of the offensive lineman, but no. So that leaves us with Michael Gallup, and I hope he lives up to his name, Gallup. Maybe that's a great Dallas Cowboy name out of Colorado State, but I will bet you he is no DJ Moore, and I will bet you he's nothing like 2014 Dez Bryant. And so that's what you're stuck with as your new quote-unquote number 1, which brings me to Wavon Austin. I loved Wavon Austin before the 2013 draft. I loved him. I was raving about him because he ran 4.3 at the combine, and at West Virginia, he was just electric.
He had that monster game. He had over 300 yards receiving.
Nobody could get him on the ground. And I don't know why. Maybe you can explain to me why, but he never lived up as a Ram. Did they not utilize him correctly? Is he more of a scat back than a wide out or a slot receiver? I don't know. I'm hoping we can find some West Virginia Wavon, but I don't.
And implement it.
You know, I'm just not sure about it. And they did get that Jihad Ward from the Raiders. They did need a tackle. And I think that was a nice, solid move to give up Ryan Switzer because you got Cole Beasley, if, in fact, you still have Cole Beasley, if you can ever come back to what he was 2 years ago. So it's just there's no clever move. There's no shocker. There's no, wow, we got. No, you don't got.
Right.
You don't got anybody of note.
I agree with you. I'm going to give them a D+ for the very reasons that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Is that because they seem to be, well, we'll just sit back and we'll take whomever's available to us.
The best player on the board?
No.
I guess.
Let me start with where you finished, Wavon Austin.
All right.
On the best offense in football, the highest scoring offense in football, in 16 games, he had 13 catches. So when was the last time a team traded a playmaker for a sixth-round draft pick?
Just don't do it.
So Sean McVay, if Sean McVay is thought of as one of the most clever offensive minds in football.
Well said.
And all he could get out of him over 16 games was 13 catches.
Preach.
Good luck, Cowboys.
Yep.
You mentioned before. Now, I believe that Vander Esch has more potential to be Mike Mamula as opposed to Brian Urlacher. I could be wrong, but I don't really like guys that just have one good year and then you're like, okay, yeah, I got that, and then because he tested well. 1 year tape and test well, that's not a formula for long-term success.
Not.
Skip, you say you want Dak to be let's just take the quarterbacks in that division.
Yep.
You look at Carson Wentz and you look at Dak. Wentz struggled a little bit. What did Howie Roseman do? He says, I'm going to go get playmakers.
He did.
Put around him. I'm going to make his job a lot easier. I'm going to give him an opportunity to put the ball in guys' hands, let them go make plays. You tell me if I'm looking at this, Allen Hurns, Terrence Williams, Cole Beasley. Okay, Witten may or may not be there. But listen, Jason Witten is not going to change their life.
No, so they're now begging Jason Witten to stay. And you know what he is. He'll catch it, but he won't go anywhere with it.
He'll have 600 yards.
He will.
He'll have 60, 65 catches. But you won't remember any of them. So that's what.
And by the way, as much as I love Jason, I love him. And he is a stalwart.
Take that job, Jason.
Okay? But how many championships have they won with him as the leader of the team? I don't know. Just hasn't happened.
Jason Witten is what he is. And what he fails to realize, and a lot of people fail to realize, you win a championship is not going to change the perception of you. That's what, because...
it would help some.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. They win the championship. Is he going to be the reason why, or will it be Dak and Zeke? That's just the way it works, especially after you get on up in age.
Yeah. Okay,
you got an opportunity to get Calvin Ridley. You get an opportunity to get DJ Moore, but you stand pat, and then you take a linebacker. Okay, maybe you're saying Sean Lee. Maybe they're saying, Sean Lee, you get injured too much. We need somebody to fill in for you. Maybe Jalen Smith. We finally come to the realization you're never going to be what you were pre-injury, what you are now post-injury.
Yep.
So we need to go in a different direction. But last I checked, linebackers, they use their neck. If he had a neck injury in college, and he had 1 year of good tape. So you look at all these guys and look at Goddard. Goddard was I think the second-ranked tight end on everybody's board. So you stand pat, he going to fall to us. Yeah, we just sit right here.
We got this. Nope, Howie Roseman's got this.
Do they know that they can trade up? Do they know that they can move some picks? And it probably wouldn't have cost them that much, Skip. But I'm looking at them and how they're doing their board. I'm like, Dallas, you guys didn't get any better. I don't know if you think you got closer to Philly. I don't know if you think you got closer to the Vikes. But I don't see it. Now, Zeke, I understand Zeke can change a lot of fortunes because he can come back, and hopefully it seems to be he's progressing along really well. But your offensive line. Now, Tyron Smith had a back injury the past couple of years. And the one thing you and I both know about backs, they don't tend to get better as you age.
They don't.
So now what? I don't like really anything that they did because I still don't see anybody on the outside that can give you explosive plays. Wavon Austin, you can punt it to, he's known for, Skip, that play they ran when they were back in St. Louis, where he laid on the ground and somebody got the ball and they threw it to him and all of a sudden he goes down the sideline.
Maybe they can do that. Maybe that'll work a couple of times.
But offensively, tell me the play offensively that since he's been in the league that you can remember Wavon Austin being involved in. You're like, wow, Wavon Austin.
Reverse. They ran some reverses. If you catch somebody and he gets a step on you on the far side, he might be able to break it for 15 yards.
Yeah, but normally you want to throw the ball down the field.
You do.
Those kind of explosive plays.
I cannot argue. I can even go down to, it was one, like safe conservative pick after another. This Dorrance Armstrong they took in the 4th round. Do you know Okoronkwo, the OU guy, the pass rusher?
Yeah.
See, every time, I watched every Oklahoma game, and he went in the 5th round. He just makes plays.
Right.
And he doesn't test well. He's not big. He's not this. He's not this. He just makes plays.
Right.
I watched Dorrance Armstrong against Oklahoma when he played for Kansas, and I don't even remember him playing in the game because Orlando Brown just took him out of the game.
Right.
And Orlando Brown went to your Ravens, and Ozzie made a great pick with that.
Right. Anthony Miller was available in the 2nd round, the wide receiver from Memphis.
Okay.
James Washington, Oak State. DJ Clark, LSU.
Chark, yeah.
Chark.
One after another, and I kept tweeting, they won another one. They won another one. I don't know what you're doing.
But everybody's, if you think about it, Skip, everybody's basically moving up except the Cowboys. The Cowboys, did they win the Super Bowl last year? Or did they win the past couple of it's what's going on that I don't know about, Skip?
I don't know.
That they feel so comfortable that they can stand pat and whomever come to us, oh, we got this. Even the New England Patriots, who win every year. And this is what Coach Belichick normally does. He'll trade down, get some picks. He sees somebody he likes. He'll package one of the picks that he received, move up and go get them. Now, that's what they do. A team that wins all the time. A team that's in the Super Bowl all the time. But the Dallas Cowboys, as Akers, the kicker, trolling. So last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl, none of these draft picks were even born.
May I make a quick statement about that, please? When David Akers was an Eagle, they played the Cowboys once in the playoffs and got beat 34-14. And by the way, David Akers is not a real football player. He's a kicker. So he's not a real football player.
Don't do that, Skip.
Well, I'm just telling you, I got to put him back in perspective.
No, he was trolling.
Put him back in his place because he just went off on Cowboys fans.
And he said it.
Yeah.
NFC East champs. NFC champs, Super Bowl champs. Skip, that's in Dallas.
And what did he have to do with this year's Super Bowl? He had nothing.
No, Skip.
Nothing.
Skip, you know what?
Nothing.
Once you're an Eagle for life.
Yeah, he's a kicker.
Don't do that, Skip.
Yeah, just stay retired. Stay out of sight.
What is wrong with you?
Well, he's a kicker. I can't. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Did he? Okay, I want you to tell me the lie in this statement.
He started it.
Where is the lie in this statement? Were they not the NFC East, NFC champs, and the Super Bowl champs? Were any of the draft picks?
He's bragging about something he had zero to do with. Am I right?
How did that happen?
Okay. I know he's a former Eagle, so I guess that gives you some bragging.
I'm a former Bronco, and I be bragging on the Broncos. I'm a former Raven, I be bragging on the Ravens.
Okay.
Well, speaking of that, I mean, what if Jason Witten just wants to do a Shannon Sharp and just do one play, you know?
I haven't even seen that.
That's
I haven't even.
And we big play Jay.
Look here, Skip. And
You know what? I'm with you about this. If Jason has the offers on the table that he does, he should probably just take one.
You don't get too old to talk.
You don't. Not these. These are.
You get too old to play football. You don't get too old to talk.
Plus, these are plum jobs.
Yes.
Well, maybe if he takes one of those jobs, and he can come by here.
And now I don't
want
want to race.
And then he can race you.
I don't want to race.
Oh, no, you don't want to.
What's the drama? What's the fun in beating a retired guy? Hell, I'm supposed to. The suspense and the drama is when I bust his head and
You're not going to beat me in those pancakes and chicken wings.
I got those options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already worked those
really
options.
hard.
Next up, the Browns won 0 games in 2017, but West